So you look like you're going to a job interview, bro. You might as well put that. You might as well put that tie back on.
Oh man, you already know how we have to go to games, Jamal. So
Hey, we got to wear. We have to wear shirt and tie to games. Alexis, what about you?
Is it?
Yeah.
yeah,
No way. Nah.
we literally I just got in from my game just now.
Who are you playing for?
We played today, Boreham Wood, bro.
Oh, you both playing for Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But wait, you didn't play, Jamal.
No, I didn't play the last game. I didn't
I
play.
played, bro. That means I didn't do enough because you don't remember me.
Bro, I have a bad memory.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Beyond the 92, a show that shines a bright light on the Vanamama National League. As always, I'm joined by my co-host, Femili Samni, and we've also got a very, very special guest, Wokin's #1, Alexis Andre, the viral sensation / model. Welcome to the show, my bro.
Please, thank you for the invite. Appreciate it.
Welcome, Alexis, man.
Pleasure,
Thank
man.
you.
Pleasure.
What did they call you in football, Alexis or Andre?
My teammates, Alexis, and then obviously the fans, they call me Andre because of the surname.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you prefer?
I don't mind both, to be fair. I don't mind. I like both.
Oh, okay, good stuff, good stuff. All right, cool. We'll call you Alexis because
I could. Yeah.
we're one of the lads as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll call you Alexis today.
Good.
Yeah. So listen to this though. Before we get into anything football, because you've got an interesting journey, yeah. I'm gonna go straight into it. You are a viral sensation, bro. Like, we're talking millions of followers on TikTok.
Yeah.
Talking 6 figures, 500,000, 600K on Instagram.
Yeah.
Explain to the people what you do regarding the social media.
Well, I just do trends, to be fair. Like, I just know how the algorithm works, so I know what to do to get views, get followers, and all of that. So when people ask me, how do you get so many followers? That's what I say. I just know how to blow up on TikTok and Instagram, and you just have to do trends, to be fair. It's pretty easy. And then obviously you have to use your look as well. So I guess this is one part of it that's, again, many followers.
Well, not everybody looks like you, so not everybody can do the job that you do.
I think everyone can do it. Everyone can do it.
Hey, that's the modesty. We like that modesty. We like that. We like that.
Like, it's because I really like it. So I guess it's just about finding something that you like and do 100%, and then obviously you can do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And when did this journey on the social media start for you? Like, when did it begin?
Well, let's say at the start, when I was at Nike Academy, I really enjoyed editing my own video. So I went from 0 to like 10,000 followers on Instagram. And then when I found TikTok in 2020, in lockdown, obviously we had nothing to do for a month. So my teammates were like, you should try TikTok because let's say you have a good look and you have a good personality that could match the app. So I just learned the app for a week and then I was like, okay, let me try to jump in. And then my first video did 100,000 views. And from that, I just posted every single day, multiple times a day. And then it took off straight away. I mean, not straight away, like, let's say like after a month, I had like maybe like 50,000 followers. And then it went up to like 1 million in like 3 months. And then, yeah, that's it. Wow. I just keep going.
So you basically take people on a journey of your life.
Yeah, but I'm very private. So most of them don't know nothing about my life. Like I just do trends and sometimes I don't really talk, to be fair. but I used to talk a lot on my video, but now I just basically do trend, I'm just like chilling right now that I have built a big amount of followers. I don't have to be active as much as I used to.
Is it hard to balance a professional career with the time it takes to make the videos, and also obviously you're doing a bit of modeling as well? Is it hard to balance the two?
So let's say making video is very easy because, to be honest, it's like a 10-15 second video. I'm just in my camera doing a trend. Like, this is the most easiest thing to do ever. But then obviously if you want to do modeling, you can't really do it because that's like a full-time job. So I have maybe 1, 2, 3 jobs in a year right now, but like when I do it, it's like a big amount of money. I mean, it's something big. So, I have to take my time off to do it. But yeah, if you want to be a model, you cannot just play football in the same time, or like you have to be lucky that your coaches allowed you to miss trainings and stuff like this. But in working, I'm full-time right now, so that will never happen, So social media is very easy to make video, but modeling is very hard to mix with football.
Have you ever received any like pushback or any blockages from coaches or clubs when you've maybe had something away from you to do?
No, I always got lucky. Like, my shooting was always if I have a day off, or like after training or before training. So I never had to miss a training or something like that. But when I was at Maidenhead, we were not full time. So maybe I missed 1 or 2 trainings a year to do a modeling work. But I know that in working, that will never work. So yeah.
Maidenhead is the club for the models. I know Remy Clemere is there as well.
Yeah, Remy is doing very good as a model right now, and obviously he is very close with the gaffer, so he doesn't have to be in every day as long as he performs on the match day.
So it's a lucky position to be in, man.
Yeah. So let's get back to your first love, football.
Yeah.
So talk to me. You came through the Nike Academy. Did you come? Where did you come from, France?
So I was playing in France. I started with Racing Club de Strasbourg when I was 7. So I made my debut there as a young kid, and then I learned how to play football for years. And then I played a little bit in Germany, came back in France, came back in Germany, and then moved to Nike Academy after like successful trials and stuff like this. And then after the end of Nike Academy, I managed to sign for Bristol Rovers, a pro contract, my first pro contract. So that was a big achievement for me. And then from now on, I just keep going, like for me, that was my dream to be a footballer. And even now that I have millions of followers and like I could stop playing football, I will keep going because that's my number one thing. Like, this is what's making me more happy than anything else. So that's why I keep playing football.
Sure. Explain. That's very nice. But I want you to explain, because I don't want anything to go over anyone's head. So you've come from France, you've come to England to join the Nike Academy.
Yeah.
First and foremost, to do that is a very, very bold move, bro. I must give you credit. Like, I must give you flowers for that. Like, not many people make those moves, Talk to me a little bit about the culture shock, because I know, listen, it's a new language that you're learning. It's even in football, there's a way that English do things to how they do things in France.
Yeah.
How did you adapt?
Well, first of all, I came when I was 19 and I didn't speak English either. So it was just how good you are on the pitch. That I understand straight away that even if you don't speak the language, in UK, they don't care as long as you can play football properly. So when I did my first game, and then I realized that obviously it was very physical. Like, let's say the fouls on the goalkeepers, they are very limited, and you have to build some muscle. I couldn't even do 1 push-up when I came in. One pull-up, sorry. So yeah, I had to get stronger. I had to learn the language quicker. And I think I adapt myself pretty quick. It was not a big shock for me. I guess I was playing in Germany too. So it's not a big difference. And I'm lucky that I didn't have the sickness of home as well. I was just very happy to be there and playing football full time every single day.
Did you come by yourself?
Yeah. So you move to the UK alone and you just stay in the football academy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I got to ask a question, because did goalkeeping come naturally to you? Because I feel as though I always wonder what makes people want to be goalkeepers. Like a human's natural reaction if they see something coming at them
Yeah.
very quickly is to move out of the way. And that's why they say all goalkeepers are crazy. You seem quite sane, to be fair, for a goalkeeper, but
Yeah, that's what everyone's
goalkeepers that
saying.
I've met, yeah, they're all loopy. Like I love Ashmore to bits, but the guy is crazy. That's how goalkeepers don't work. Like, the guy is not all day. I love him to bits. But what made you want to be a goalkeeper? I always wonder, like, what makes people want to be goalkeepers?
Yeah, all my teammates, they say that I'm the most chill goalkeeper they know. Like every goalkeeper is crazy. But when I was young, my dad told me a story that he shot me a ball and then I just saved it. And he was like, yeah, he's not scared of the ball. He should try goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So that's when I was in the Racing Club de Strasbourg. I was like, yeah, I want to be a goalkeeper. So they put me in the goal and I was not scared of the ball. I was diving. I was enjoying diving. And then they were like, okay, we're going to sign him and teach him how to be a goalkeeper. So I think maybe it's like instinctive, you know. I mean, if you are not scared of the ball, they're gonna try to build you as a goalkeeper.
Yeah, because back in the day when me and Femi was playing, if we had to go and go, we used to play a thing called Wembley, and it's like a rush goalie. And you used to say to people, if you blast it, I'm not gonna try and save it. I'm just gonna let it go in. So I know you can relate to that. All the hard shots and that. Yeah. It's not the one, man. It's not the one.
Yeah, it's oh, last thing as well, yeah. I just want to talk a little bit about this Nike Academy because you know that they've birthed amazing players. You know, the guy at the forefront of it is Jamie Vardy. How important was going to that academy for you? Like, and what was it like over there?
Every single player who has been in Nike Academy, even though maybe they play in Prem, Championship, First Division in Italy right now, that was their best experience in their life right now because that was just something amazing. They were paying for everything, and like we were just chasing a dream to play football. And obviously, imagine being sponsored by Nike, like you got free boots, free clothes. You playing in St. George's Park as well. You know where the national team train. Yeah, it's like it was just amazing. So yeah, it was basically giving you a test to be a footballer, you know, a professional football player. So yeah, it was just crazy. And unfortunately, they had to close now after like my last year because they were just spending a lot of money and they were not getting anything back from it. So they closed it. But yeah, luckily I was the last generation of Nike Academy.
But I want to ask you about, obviously, the last 5 games, you started them all, kept 2 clean sheets as well. But Woking probably haven't had the type of season of the previous year.
Oh, yeah.
What do you put that down to? Obviously, there's a new manager there now as well. What's been the difficulties that you faced this season? Because we've also had a bit of an indifferent season down at Bournemouth.
All I know is that they're putting the work in training. And when I first came in, the first game, obviously we were like, I was thinking that they were unbelievable because like every single details during the game was so good, so clean, so perfect, very clinical and everything. And some games we were dominating the games and we just couldn't score. We didn't have the result we wanted. And then every single game has been the same. You know, I mean, we conceded a goal and we can't score goals. So it has been very hard, but I feel that everybody keep working hard and in training, and I feel that the result will come. So yeah, that's all I can say, to be fair. I mean, if I was there last season, I could have maybe give you more details about going on, but I don't know.
No, for sure. Sometimes, so even though like some of the new players that came into our squad, although they wasn't here last year, they sensed the culture that was within the squad. You know, from the older players, from what we did last year, they understood why we got there. Did you see the reasons why they did so well last year when you walked in the building?
Yeah, straight away. It's so professional. Like everything is so professional comparing to my previous club. And like everything they do is just to win games, every single thing, like in training, like the gym, the food, like everything is meant for you to be the best. So that's why when I came in, I was like, wow, that's so professional. Even if I'm not playing, I want to sign there because I'm going to progress and improve so much. That was my first thought.
And that was going to be my next question as well. What was it that made you take the leap or the step to go to Woking? Was it a forced decision out of your hands, or was it something that you decided?
So obviously, I like to control what I do, and I had an opportunity to sign a new contract for Maidenhead. That I rejected it because I just didn't feel that I was going to play the next season. So I was like, I prefer to leave and then try to find something else in the same division, maybe higher, or maybe lower, to play every single game than just sitting on the bench the next season.
Yeah.
And obviously nothing happened. In the summer, I was like, oh damn, I have no club. Then the season started, 1 month, still no club, but I was keep trying to get myself out there. So I was posting video, sending message in LinkedIn, wasn't it? Yeah, just to put myself out there. And then one coach came back to me like a couple months after my message, and that was a goalkeeper coach from Woking, and he said that I should come on trial because they have a spot. And that was what I was waiting for. And obviously I took the chance in my hand, and then I managed to sign for them a non-contract for 2 months, and then I managed to sign a contract for a long term and then play some games.
That's an incredible story, because you're obviously better than yourself and you wanted better, you know what I mean? So that's really good. Can I ask you what was it, the reason that like you decided to leave Maidenhead?
Yeah, it's just about confidence. When you feel the coach doesn't trust you enough to play, because let's say like I had when I made my debut for Maidenhead, I had the first game I did a clean sheet. Then I was team of the week the first game. Second game I played against Wrexham. I made like 8-9 saves during the game. We lost 1-0 away. I conceded 1 goal. That was like top left. I should have saved it. And then the next game we lost 1-0 in FA Cup. And then the next week, the game coming up, he said, oh yeah, you're not going to play next game. We're going to put the goalkeeper back in. But obviously he came back from a red card, and he was like, you should have saved 2 goals, the goal from Wrexham and the goal from the last game. So for that, I'm going to put him back in. So I was like, that kill your confidence as a goalkeeper. You cannot do that, you know what I mean? And from that on, I was like, okay, it's done now, you know? Like I did the best I could, and you don't give me another chance. So what else can I do? You know what I mean? And then obviously I still managed to play 20 games after that. And I still felt that something was not right. So I was like, I prefer to try my best to find something else and maybe play games, or maybe sign higher, be number 2, manage to put myself out there and be number 1, than just gonna stay there on the bench and not being happy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What I hear from you is a lot of self-belief. And being a goalkeeper, it's a lonely position, man. It's one of the I think it's one of the hardest positions on the pitch, simply because as a striker, if you make a mistake, you're probably not going to concede a goal. Midfielder, you might. Defender, there's a higher possibility. But if you make a mistake as a goalkeeper, everybody knows it's you. And like,
but the thing is, it was not even mistakes.
No,
it was
I know,
goals that I could save. It's not like, oh shit, he had to save it. It's goal that he could save. But then you forget all the work that I did before, just because of 1 goal. Like I had maybe like 100 comments saying, oh, this is one of the best goalkeeping performance I've ever seen in my life. But then you tell me that the next day you're not going to start me. Like, come on.
So what did you learn from that situation?
I didn't learn a lot, because what do you want me to learn from that? Like,
you'll always find yourself in situations where a manager's got to make a decision, hasn't it? And sometimes managers are human, so they make mistakes from time to time. But I like to find a lesson in everything that happens. But hey,
let's say I learned to be patient, because it didn't cut my confidence. I didn't let myself down. I didn't change my personality towards the other goalkeeper. I was just keeping working hard. And then obviously when he was not performing well, they had to put me back in, and then I performed well. And then I managed to play all the last game of the season. So it's not because a coach doesn't like you that you have to give up. It's not because you're not starting that you have to give up. You have to keep working hard and wait for your right time and your right opportunity. And as you say that, I'm very confident about myself, it's true, because when I had no club for a month, many players came to me, texting me saying, you should try to go 1 league below, 2 league below. Yeah, we got a position for you as a number 1. You're going to get games. And I was like, I cannot go down 2 league below from National League. Like, it's not possible. I prefer to not having a team where it's the right opportunity than just going 2 league down. That, for me, I'm almost game over. I will never be able to go up again, you know what I mean? Even if I have an unbelievable season. And then and I was like, okay, I could go 1 league below if I have like one of the top teams there, because that's still a good like chance for you to show yourself.
No, of
But
course.
then obviously nothing came, so I just waited, and obviously I managed to sign for Woking.
Yeah, and you're doing well at Woking. Obviously, their league position isn't where you'd hope to be, but you had a game yesterday against one of the top teams in Solihull.
Yeah.
James Clark, Mark Beck, and Maycock scored in that game. And look, Mark Beck has scored three games, so that's no slight on your part. But how did you see that game, and what was it like playing against Solihull?
Obviously, we knew already it was going to be hard to play against Solihull. Like, I've played them, I've saw them some games as well. We know that they can score goals. So obviously, we changed the tactic as well. We play with three at the back, and I think we start the game well. But obviously, we concede the set pieces, and then we concede the throw, and we concede another set pieces. So it's like some details in the game that we could have done better.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, we had some great chance to score as well. The keeper did some great saves. Yeah, they had a great striker as well, Kelly, his name.
Yeah, Josh Kelly, yeah.
Yeah, I managed to keep him out of scoring though. Like I made I made one big save with my legs, and then the big striker that scored, he was like to me, he was like, Kelly, don't worry, you're gonna score today. And I was to him, I was like, no, he's not gonna score today, bro. And then he started to laugh, and he was like, oh, Kelly, did you hear that? He said, you're not gonna score.
Yeah.
And then at the 85 minutes, he walked down like this. He didn't score. Changed. I was like, yes.
That's so good. You know what? You're giving me a different perspective about goalkeepers. Like, I didn't even know that. You have those things in your head. I would have imagined that you do, but yeah, to hear it is very, very interesting,
Yeah, I had another story with Oldham striker. I can't remember his name.
Norwood?
I don't know, but he's small. He scored almost every game.
Yeah, Norwood's on 14 goals.
Yeah, first half I made a save with my legs. Great save. And second half, I was keep seeing him. He look at me. He keep looking at me. I was like, I've never seen any striker does that. Like, when the ball is far away, he just turn around, look at me like this. I was like, that's weird. And then in one corner, he came at me. He said, I don't miss twice. I was like, what you mean? He was like, you saved one of my shots, but I've never missed twice in like 10 years.
Okay.
I was like, he's talking bullshit. There is no way. Second ball, boom, he scored.
No.
And yeah, it was like a rebound or something, and then boom, goal. And I was next to him. He was like, you see? I told you.
Hey, Alexis, listen to this, yeah? So people know that you're not gassing, yeah? What I mean by gassing is you're not making things up, yeah? Out of the 4 top goal scorers, yeah? McCallum, Kabamba, Norwood, and Will Grigg. Only Norwood has scored against you. Only Norwood. Yeah, so McCallum hasn't scored against you. Kabamba hasn't scored against you this season, and Grigg has not scored against you this season.
I mean, I don't know.
So you do keep them out the net still.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I play against them as well. That's the thing. I haven't played many games.
You probably have because they played everyone this year, and I know the teams they scored against.
No, for sure.
Yeah, but my main focus is to see what strikers does. Like they know how to score, so I like to watch them and do my best for them to not score. But the top striker that scored last game obviously was a goal that I couldn't save. But yeah, that's it.
No, listen, the National League is full of strikers this year that seem to want to score as many goals as they can. I've never seen so many strikers on the amount of goals that they're on currently. So be aware, man. I think in your next game, you've got Gateshead, right?
Okay, Gateshead and then Chesterfield as well soon.
Yeah, so in your next game, you obviously they got Marcus Diananga, who hasn't scored in a little while, but Stephen Wan has left to go to MK Dons, so you haven't got to worry about him. But in Southend now, there's a few people in that team that you might need to worry about. And I want to talk about their game because they played Halifax and they won 3-0. Henry Sandat and Gus Scott Morris popping up with 2 in that game for me. What did you see from Southend? And obviously Halifax are on a bit of a bumpy streak at the moment.
Yeah, bro. First and foremost, before we move on, obviously we just want to give a congratulations to Dion Kelly Evans on signing for Woking.
Yeah.
Andre Dion's a great guy, so just welcoming him to the group. You've probably met him already,
He's with me in my. He lives in the house now because
Oh,
working with the house.
yeah.
he's a bit
Yeah.
angry. He's a bit angry, Dion. You know, the short guys, they want to
Is it?
take time. So
Nah,
make
he's
sure
funny.
if there's any plates in the dish in the sink, make sure you wash them. Don't leave the house too messy because he's a bit angry, okay?
Okay. Nice.
But he's a great guy. So Andre, please send him my love. Tell him
Okay.
Femi said hello, So yeah, that's out of the way. But back to the Southend and Halifax game. Obviously, it was the clash of the two best defenses in the league, and it was about who's gonna come out on top. And I didn't think there was gonna be 3 goals in it because of what the game was, two best defenses going at each other. And you would have thought it was gonna be a stalemate. But obviously Southend came out on top. And in the new year, Southend, they really brought everyone. They had the highest record attendance of the weekend as well, and the guy Gus Scott Morris popping up with 2 goals, which was good and good for him coming from wing back as well.
Yeah.
He's got loads of energy. He's up and down. Played against him numerous times. Don't stop running. So credit to him. But great start to the year. Great start to the year for Southend. Like I said, they've got all the other stuff out the way now, and it's new year, new start for everyone, and I'm sure that's going to give them loads of confidence moving forward.
No, for sure. And also, one of our ex guests, Wes Fonga, got man of the match in that game as well. So congratulations to him. In the last couple of weeks, I think it was on the 23rd on Alexis, you played your old club Maidenhead, kept a clean sheet against them. I'm sure that was that gave you some joy to go back and show your old manager that they couldn't score against you. But they also drew yesterday as well against Bromley. Olamola got 9 in 9 starts, but he wasn't able to score past you either. Talk to me about Maidenhead and where they are, because they're doing quite well this season. Have you not noticed much from them? Because they played Bromley yesterday, and Bromley are the team that are probably second in the league, so they're doing really well. So what have you seen from Maidenhead this year, Alexis?
Well, first of all, I haven't played against Ola Nona. That's his name.
Yeah,
I haven't played, but we've been talking on social media and we're waiting to play against each other. So
you
yeah,
got to back your chat, Alexis. You can't just talk. You got to back it as well.
No, but basically, I was training with what's the name? Woodstone. So we become close friends, and obviously, I was following before he even went to Bromley. I knew that he was going to move there, and seeing him doing very well make me very happy for him. Yeah. So that's why we keep talking and just keep following each other career. So now to go back to Maidenhead, obviously Maidenhead is very hard to get points out of, like to get 3 points out of them anyway. Like when it's away game or home games, it's very hard because they are very strong defensively and they have some talented player on the wing, like very fast and very like creative. So I'm not even surprised they're getting results. They have a great season, many clean sheet, maybe like 10 clean sheet or something like that. And they managed to win games 1-0, 2-0. So they have a very strong side, and it's never easy to get points over there.
No, it's not. And I've played for Maidenhead myself a long time ago. I think I signed for Maidenhead maybe 2010, it might have been.
Wow.
So that was a long time. So you was probably still in school them times, bro. So I'm showing my age there. I'm showing my age. But yeah, they're a team that is doing really well this season for sure. And talking about Woodstone just then, they lost against Ebbsfleet. Cisse and Don Polion popping up with his customary goal. It seems as though after that 5-1 in their last game, Ebbsfleet have maybe seen the light now and understood what it needs to take to maybe go up the right side of the table, fam. I think they're the kind of team that walked the league last year, but they maybe struggled this year, and maybe they just buck up their ideas and then maybe come a bit tight, because a clean sheet and 2-0 win at home is what you need, So that's good as well. A team that are really informed though for me, Oldham, 5 away wins in a row. They went to Dorking, that 3G pitch, and they won 1-0. Mike Fondop popping up with a goal in that game. Alexis, did you hear about their chairman putting £500 behind the bar for the fans?
Oh, that's crazy.
That's nice, right?
No, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, so they went back to Oldham with 3 points, fam. but they also went home drunk as well because they had £500 behind the bar. So, tell me how you saw that game.
That's a great journey. That's a great journey. It's a great 3 points for Oldham. Like you said, their away form is incredible right now. And why it's incredible? Because it's the first time in 17 years that they've won 5 games in a row, 5 away games in a row.
Well, yeah.
So on this run, not only are they on the run, they're also creating history, which is always good. It's a nice icing on top, cherry on top of the cake, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mike Fonda popping up with the goals. I spoke about Olomola and Cheek on the last episode and how he's there supporting Cheek with the goals, and Fondop is seems like he's doing the same with Norwood. You know, if it's not Norwood popping up with the goals, then he's someone that they can rely on that's gonna pop up with a goal. So credit to him, man. Good guy as well.
No, for sure, for sure. And obviously, we had a lot of teams in the FA Cup. Have you had much experience in the FA Cup, Alexis?
No, I haven't had much experience, to be fair.
Yeah,
I had actually one. That's it.
What?
With when I was on loan for Folkestone, we played Ipswich.
Okay.
And then we drew and then we lost 3-2. But yeah, nothing big right now.
Yes, it's the competition that every non-league club look forward to simply because of the chance to put yourself against better opposition. Obviously, the owners like it because there's a bit of money in it as well. Chesterfield played championship opposition in Watford. Unfortunately, lost 2-1. Joe Quigley popping up with a goal though. Special shout out to Maidstone, one of my ex-teammates, Sam Corn, scoring when they beat League One Stevenage. So that's a scalp in itself. And Eastleigh drew with 1-1 with Newport, and they were down to 10 men as well, fam. So that's a big one. But the biggest one was Aldershot. They played West Brom, but they lost heavily at 4-1. But let's be honest, it's about the day out. You know, when you take your club to that kind of stadium and put yourself in front of over 50,000, it's something that will live for you forever, you know. So that's off to those guys.
It's definitely a great experience, you know, going out, having them days out, and you know, we had it with Everton, you know, we had it with Bournemouth away a couple of seasons ago, and it's just an amazing day out, you know. In football, like obviously we play in the 5th division, and not many times we get to go to grounds where there's 30,000 people, you know what I mean, 40,000. So when you that's why the FA Cup is special, especially for non-league clubs as well, because it's just an opportunity for players to experience things that they haven't experienced. And I'm sure, like, and I really hope that Aldershot, they soaked up every single moment, go into West Brom Stadium and just enjoy running around, man. Enjoy running around, like being on there. You know, whatever the result is, the result you should be proud of how far you've come. Chesterfield as well. Yeah. Although I actually Chesterfield have been so mad, I thought they could have won that game. I know it's what for them in the championship, but hey, Chesterfield, I thought they could have done something. I can't lie to you. But I think it'll be a little bit different for them. I think they'll be a little bit disappointed, if I'm being honest with you.
For sure, they're a team full of winners. So it's definitely. I think you're right there, Femi. And Barnet couldn't capitalize on that game that they didn't play in the National League because they lost away to Altrincham. 3-2 was the result in that one. Chris Clark, 22 goal contributions in 26 games. Amazing stat. Alex Newby with the goals. Akimo scored an own goal, and Lewis Baines popped up with the winner after Harry Pritchard and Idris Kanu scored the goals for Barnet. What have you seen from those two teams, Alexis? Altrincham and Barnet. Have you been impressed by them by any chance?
Altrincham is very hard to win against them. I think I've always lost when I played against them. Like, I really don't enjoy playing against them. Yeah. And Barnet, obviously, this season they had a strong season. Last season as well, very, very strong. So obviously 3-2, I think it's a fair result. And yeah, both of them are going to do great this season anyway.
Who do you see? Obviously, all right. Do you know what? I'm not just gonna say obviously. Who do you see going up automatically, Alexis? And who do you see going up through the playoffs at this stage? After seeing it in the first 6 months of the season.
Well, yeah, Chesterfield should be able to win the league comfortably. They are very high and point number even higher than Wrexham in the same same time last season. And then yeah, in the playoff, I don't really know. To be fair, I didn't really follow like that. To
Yeah.
be honest, I'm trying to stay focused in my area right now.
Okay.
And yeah, so you let me know, what do you think?
Do you know what? It's crazy because obviously we've got Altrincham, we've got Barnet, we've got Solihull, Bromley. The way Bromley are playing, if they're not winning, they don't lose. So
Yeah,
it's going to be tough to play over. And if you play them at home, it's going to be even worse. And then if they do get to the final, they've got experience playing in a final at Wembley. So that could be a big factor. But at the same time, I like Altrincham. I like the way Altrincham are playing. I like the players they've got. And on going to their place is really tough. So if you've got an away game against them in the playoffs, it's going to be tough to come away with there for a win, just like you said. But again, if they was to get into that Wembley Stadium, that big pitch, Chris Conklin, Justin Luzor running at you, it's going to be really hard. But for some reason, I feel as though
I see Chris to some of his clips from the game yesterday, and it was unbelievable. It was just. I see Chris Clark, some of his clips from the game against Barnet, and what I saw was just unbelievable. It was like the ball was like a magnet to his feet. He's taking it from inside his own half into the Barnet box, and he just can't get the ball off him. It was, you know, and he deserves. And there's no surprise that he's got the 22 goal contribution in 26 games.
crazy.
Nice. They're the kind of stats. They're the kind of stats. And Alexis, do you have stats that you go for? Do you have a number of games you want to play or a number of clean sheets you wanna keep, or do you just?
No, because like it's not like I start the season as the number one, so I cannot really fix myself those stats. So right now I'm literally taking game by games, trying to do my best every single games. Obviously, if a clean sheet coming in is amazing, because obviously you know where we are right now.
Yeah.
And but yeah, no, I'm just trying to try my best every single games.
Yeah. And I see your clips. I've seen a couple of clips of you, and you seem so passionate. So when you've seen like you make a save, I've seen you get up and celebrate like you scored a goal.
Yeah.
When you've had to make a save, I've seen you go crazy at your defenders.
Yeah.
The bonus, is it your clean sheet bonus that sent you crazy, or is it just you want to be
I literally, like, to be honest with you, the last two games when I did a clean sheet, I literally forget about the bonus, and then I realized the 1 week after, when my goalkeeper coach was like, "Oh, clean sheet bonus, let's go!" I was like, "Oh yeah, clean sheet bonus," and then I start to count in my head how much money I made. No, literally, it's just I'm very hungry. Like, my personality switch when I start to play football. So, let's say in the change room, I'm not gonna talk a lot, but then when I'm in the game, I'm gonna be vocal and hungry to motivate everyone. And like, if I make a save, maybe celebrate if it's a big one. And then obviously if we're losing 1-2-0 and I'm making saves again, obviously I'm gonna get angry at my defense like the last game. Because obviously I feel that sometimes it's like me versus the whole squad. Like shots keep coming at me. I'm like, come on, we need more. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. And do you know what's crazy? It's like incentives are there to make you do more, isn't it? So it's you always got to find the different ways to get through to your players. Like I remember, there's been a few times where I say to Femi, it might be 1-0, we're winning 1-0. I say, last 10 minutes, Fem, let's go and make our money. Let's keep our clean sheet, and we can enjoy. You know, we can count our money later. Or you might say to someone else, like, this is something that's going to get us over the line into the playoffs. So you got to find the right thing to get the right person going. You know, so it's interesting. It's interesting that you say that.
Right. No, I'm making my money outside of football, more money than football. You know what I mean? So it's not my only income.
Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, it's not my main income. So that's why I'm not like, I really don't care about money. Like when I came to working, imagine I signed a no contract. So you can imagine how much money I'm making. Like it's nothing. You know, my only goal was to try to be better and try to get some game times. So that's the only thing I'm looking for.
No, that's credit.
Yeah. Does that take the pressure off you as well then? Because for some people, this is their only income. So can you enjoy it more? And does it take the pressure off you knowing that, okay, do you know what? This isn't the money that I actually need. Does it help in any way?
No, it doesn't take out the pressure, because I'm putting so much pressure on myself to be the best. So even if I'm not the top earning of the club, for me, I'm trying to be the top of earning of the club. So, I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself. Like, I remember I did a clean sheet one game and I was angry. And everybody was like, why are you angry for? You did a clean sheet. And I was like, I missed so many kicks. So for me, I'm like, I'm trying to be in the next level. So I know that if I'm missing kicks, it's like my performance go from 8 to 5, 4. Because as a goalkeeper now, kicking is one of the most important thing as a goalkeeper. So, I'm very, very minutious. I don't know if it's English. Minutious.
I know what you mean. Meticulous.
Yeah, meticulous with like small things to perform better.
No, that's
Yeah, I'm with you on that wholeheartedly. I'm with you on that wholeheartedly. Like you just it's more of just taking pride in everything you do. Whether that's whatever you're doing on your social media, Instagram, TikTok, or whether you're goalkeeping, you set a standard for yourself.
Exactly.
And you don't want to fall below that standard. And
Yeah.
money doesn't determine your standards. You know what I mean? Like to be an elite or world class human being, it's just about being anything you do. If you
Yeah.
go and, if you go and tell me to sweep the floor, I'm gonna do it to my best of ability. You know what I mean? It's just that, innit? It's just having standards. And
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
I say, am I right?
Yeah, that's totally it. That's totally it. And I think that you should be looking as well at the mistake that you do to improve, Like I remember Buffon say one day that he's not looking at what he done good, but he's looking at the mistake he does to obviously to not doing it again. So yeah, that's one thing. It's always in my head.
No, of course, of course. Obviously, going back to the games, Rochdale versus Kiddie. Now, Rochdale won 2-0. Tyree Sinclair is finally back. He's back with a bang because he scored an outrageous volley. Do you see the goal, fam?
Ridiculous. The quick 2 touches and how he swiveled and look.
Similar to Patrick Bamford's goal in the FA Cup as well. You see that one? You see that one, Alexis?
I literally couldn't recall listening to my friend. He's like, this is unbelievable.
It's crazy. Similar to that Drogba goal when he chested it and just volleyed it.
Yeah.
Those kind of goals. I don't know how those two both. I think maybe Bamford watched Tyree Sinclair, but it's kind of similar goal. So if you haven't watched those goals, watch it back. Ian Henderson probably scoring the easiest goal he's ever going to score. Free kick, backstick header, back across the face. He tapped it in. And he's going well. I believe that's his 11th goal and Tyree Sinclair's 10th goal this season. So Femi, talk to me. How have you seen Rochdale recently? Because obviously after their Jez obviously get injured in their last game, it seems as though they've had an upturn.
Yeah, it seems like they have. They've recruited Kai Gordon. They've signed him from AFC Fold. We know Kai very well as well.
Yeah.
So I just want to wish him all the best. And I know he made his debut yesterday as well, which was good. And it's good to start it off with a win and a clean sheet. And like I said, Rochdale have been in and around it. They've been in and around it for most parts of the season. And that win propelled them into the playoffs to put them into 7th place, which is good for them. And yeah, we'll see, man. I know their intentions will be to continue to improve. I wouldn't be surprised if they get more bodies in the building. I'm sure they're going to recruit and get more bodies in the building because of the injuries. And I know the manager, Jim McNulty's registered himself as a player, which is very interesting, So yeah, it goes to show that they're really holding it down. They're really holding it down. And once they get all them bodies back in the building, they would expect themselves to move up in the leagues. In the table.
I think all the managers should register themselves as players, fam. That's how it goes. Obviously, your new manager, Alexis, how has he been?
Well, you say that he can register as a player. I would agree because his technique is outrageous. Like sometimes he does some stuff. I'm like, how does he does that? Like his kick is crazy, man. But yeah, he's trying to bring his type of play, trying to play and everything. And I think that it's just good for us, and it's just a new vision that we can just learn from it.
Yeah.
And obviously we played this evening, televised game on TNT, Bournemouth versus York City. And it was a tough one to take because we drew 1-1. Chris Bush scored an absolute screamer from about 35 yards. Probably the goalkeeper probably doesn't want to see this one back, Alexis. He saved it. It was going top corner. He saved it, but the bounce and the spin took it into the goal. So maybe that's one of the harder ones to take for him. But Adam Crooks popped out of a last-minute set-piece header and that condemned us to another draw in the 90th minute, which is a bit gut-wrenching, to be honest, fair, because I think we deserve so much more. And we played really well. We was moving the balls, keeping the ball, and although we didn't score the goals that we probably deserved, the performance was there. And I think that's always important. When the performance isn't there and the result isn't, that's when you start to worry. But I think we've changed the way we're playing, and our performance was really up there. So I was really happy with that result. Sorry, not the result the way we played. The result we could have been better, obviously. But Femi, I know you probably tired from that game. But give me your quick thoughts on that one, please.
Yeah, just literally got him from the game. If you didn't know, but yeah, it's tough to take. It's tough to take. You know when you concede the last kick of the game, like we've conceded, and then somebody asks the ref, "How long left?" And he goes, "There's 1 minute left." It's like 1 minute left, and you've got one more spell, you know. And that's sitting back. It's very hard. It's very hard, if I'm being honest with you. And to concede in those moments, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's not the first time it's happened to us this season. So we actually need to learn and grow from that situation. But on a positive note, I will say, yeah, for most parts of the game, I think we were the better team, and I think we dominated. And yeah, so it was good. It was good. It was good from a good performance from a lot of
Sure, and that's that raw emotion that I wanted from him. Sorry to put you on the spot. I know it's probably a dagger for me, so it's only a dagger for you. But it's crazy, isn't it? When you need a goal, the clock goes so quickly. When you're defending and you're trying to get through the game with the clock, just seems like it's going backwards. It's crazy how the mind plays tricks like that, isn't it? But because a minute's a minute, let's be honest. But the last game, I'm not sure if you saw another managerial change. Lenny Lawrence, first game in charge of Hartlepool, probably helped by the fact that he's got Mancini back for the first time in 4 months. They won against Oxford 2-1. Tom Crawford and Joe Gray scoring, Alexis, and Traore popped up with a consolation. Have you seen much from Hartlepool or Oxford recently?
Yeah, I know the goalkeeper from Oxford, so sometimes I watch the highlights from them. Which position are they right now in the league?
So Oxford are 22nd.
22nd.
24 teams in the league, so they're quite down there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, most of these games so it doesn't really go well for them. So I mean they just went up, so it was always gonna be a hard one for them. And yeah, I have no much things to say.
It was also Hartlepool's first win in 7 games as well. So it was nice for them to start the year with a win. They had a rough end to the year. But yeah, this year they're going to be expecting to build from this and fly up the league, you know.
No, for sure. And I did see a stat about their manager. His last victory was 19 years ago.
So that was his first.
So
that was his first club that he joined from 19 years ago.
Yeah. So he was Cardiff City manager 19 years ago, and that was his last win. So it seems as though you never lose it. You don't forget how to win a game of football. There's still 2 goals, there's still 1 football and 22 players. So as long as you can get that right, you're good, man. You're good. So it doesn't matter how long ago it was. But hats off to them. But yeah, that's the roundup of the fixtures. Another crazy fixture list. But we're coming on to another part of the show now, Alexis, where we talk about advice for young players. Now, you're still a young player yourself. So I could change the question in terms of what would you have liked to heard, type of advice would you have liked to heard when you was coming up that you could maybe pass on in a time now that you've got a bit of experience in the National League after playing for Dover, Maidenhead, and obviously Woking?
Yeah, well, the most important is to try to find some place where you can play games, I guess. Like when you are young, it doesn't matter which level you're playing, as long as you can play games, men's footballs, you can show yourself. And try to find a coach that will trust you and play you, and believe in yourself. That's the most important. Don't really let people dictate what you want to do, or like that you're not good enough. You know, just try to focus on you and trust yourself.
And taking inspiration from you as well, as you said, you had a contract at Maidenhead, and most people will go for the security, but you chose to bet on yourself and really put yourself out there. But also, you found a way, instead of thinking what am I going to do, you actually went out and put your CV on LinkedIn and you started messaging, you got messages back. So that takes some guts and some vision as well, because a lot of people will just be waiting, hoping the phone rings, but you took matters into your own hands. So I think that's another thing that people can take from you and your journey. I think that's amazing to hear.
I've always done in all my life. Most of the time, that's where my opportunity came, because in academy you have to apply to get the trial, then you have to travel to a new city to go on trial and do it. So if you don't bet on yourself, thinking you're good enough to do it, you will never do it. You know what I mean? And same for Maidenhead. Obviously, I had no club for like or maybe half a year, and then when I played for Dover, I played just 10 games. So I had 10 games to show myself, to manage to find a club that would sign me. I played against Maidenhead. I played well, though, so they signed me as a number 2 again. And obviously, I managed to get games. So most of the time, it doesn't go well for me. But as I don't give up, my luck is coming in. Let's say luck, and then obviously I get game time. So it's just believe in yourself, and that's it, I guess.
No, for sure. And Femi, obviously we're coming on to the word of the week part now. Word of the week is where we give one word that can take us through the next week, whether we're feeling good or bad or indifferent. This is a word that we try and remember. So Femi, I'm going to pass over to you. What would be your word of the week? And then Alexis, I'll come to you, and then I'll round it off.
This week, my word of the week is ego. You know, it's start of the year. You have a lot of revelations, and a lot of things come to the forefront of your mind, and how you can be better and whatnot. And ego is the word that's come to my mind. And I say ego because I feel like it's good to have an ego if you use it the right way, you know. But when it comes to decision making, and that could be any sort of scenario, as human beings, we tend to bring our ego into that decision that we make, and when you do that, the decision alters, you know. And so I would say let's just try and remove our ego from decision making, you know, and let's try and see the picture, or advise, let's try and see the picture clearly, and make the decision that's best for whatever scenario that you're in, by an egoless decision. And that's something that I'm going to try and implement this year. I'm going to try and use my ego the right way as well, you know, because like I said, it's not a bad thing having an ego, but using it the right way is how you get the best out of yourself. So yeah, my word of the week is ego.
I like that. Alexis, how about you?
Yeah, my word would be positivity. I don't know if it was already there, but yeah, positivity I think is my main word for the year or for the week. I think it's one of my biggest strength in life. Stay positive in any type of circumstances, and I think being positive will as well is going to be good for people to be around you, you know, because negative energy it's not the right way to be around. So people like to be around people who are very positive.
Yeah.
And it makes you in a good mentality, in a good spot for performing well as well. Because when you are positive in a game, when you think positively, you're gonna do the right thing. So yeah, I think it's the biggest word for me.
I like that. And you do seem like that, actually. You do have that energy about you, that positivity.
Yeah.
It kind of radiates off you. So yeah, I like that one. And my word is going to be multiply. And I say multiply because, for instance, I'll give you an example. So myself and young David, who plays for Bournemouth as well, we was in the gym together today, and we're both injured. So we're trying to get back to full fitness. But we had our gym plans. He had his plan. I had my plan. And then we were just going to go and watch the game, as we always do. But during that time, I thought, okay, I've got my gym and he's got his. Well, why don't we just do more? You know, there's always room to do more in all walks of life. And as long as you do it in the right way, obviously not with the risk of causing any harm to yourself, but you can always do so much more. So we set a plan where we do each other sessions, and it turned out to be an amazing session where I learned a lot about him and how far he can push himself. And I saw a different side to him that I've not seen yet. But he also pushed me. So I'm taking inspiration from him. But it's just, and that wouldn't have happened if I didn't just think, you know what, let's just do more. So in all walks of life and anything that we choose to do for the whole week, if you can, cut out the lazy side and just multiply everything we do. So that's my word. And I think that rounds it off perfectly because Femi said ego, and Alexis, you said positivity, and obviously I said multiply. I think those are really three great words.
Yeah.
And we can definitely all use them and go into the week with them, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's I feel like that's an amazing episode. I want to thank you, Alexis, for everything that you've contributed today. And thank you for your time, most importantly. It's an inspiring story. It reminds when you was talking about coming over alone, it reminded me of a good friend of ours, Jacob Mendy, who's playing in the Africa Cup of Nations right now with Gambia.
Okay.
And a special shout out to Mo Sagaf, Haji, and Alaraki as well, because they've all been selected for Tanzania. They just played against Egypt. Mo Salah, I just see a picture.
Mo come on at half time.
Yeah, I just see a picture of Mo Salah and Mo Sagaf in the same picture. You come on at half time.
Both the Mo's.
Crazy. Mo Salah in Egypt, in Cairo, the national stadium. So these are amazing things that you just got a dream for and reach, man. There's no limits to what can happen in this world, you know. So yeah, that's a great story. I can't wait for him to come back and help us, but also hear these stories. But yeah, go on, fam.
Yeah, no, Alexis, thank you so much for coming on. This was actually a fun episode, man. You've got a vibe about you. It's a good vibe.
Yeah.
And I understand why you said the word positivity because you seem like a very positive guy. You seem like a glass half full guy, you know, and those are the type of people that I seem to get along with, you know, people that see the glass half full.
Do you understand that? Do you understand that analogy, Alexis?
I've never heard glass full before now.
Femi, explain it to him. Explain it to him.
So imagine you have a glass, yeah, of water.
Yeah.
And it's halfway. The water halfway through the glass, yeah. Some people look at the glass as half full, but some people look at the glass of water as half empty. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So people that will say, "Oh, this glass is half empty," those are the negative ones.
Okay, yeah, I get it now.
but some people look at it as half full. Oh, this is half full. Thank you. Like,
yeah,
the positive guys, and that's why I say you're someone that looks at the glass as half full.
Okay, nice. Thank you. I learned something today.
What you have and you appreciate for what you have rather than being upset for what you don't have, you know, and which is really good. So no, nice. Thank you. And guys, thank you for watching Beyond the 92, another great episode, you know. Please like, subscribe, share. Our first guest of 2024, you know, which is brilliant, man. And I can't wait to bring this out and for everyone to see.
No, for sure. Likewise, Alexis, thank you for coming on. And this has been Beyond the 92.
Thank you for the invite.
Hey. Love, man.